What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Ugo back again with another reaction video. Okay, so for our next video, we are taking a look at the top 10 moments of Alain Prost's Brilliance. Video by Formula 1. Link in the description for check out this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let's hop right into the video. Let's not waste any time. Starting now. Let's see some Alain Prost.
The Professor. He's the fourth most laureate driver in Formula 1.
The Professor?
In 1981, the Frenchman was only in his second F1 season.
So he's got a name.
However, by the time he topped the grid of that season's Dutch Grand Prix, he'd already sampled every step of the podium. When the lights went out that Sunday in Zandvoort, he went on a drive that laid the foundations of his reputation as a superb, smooth, and calculating racer. He proved it by fiercely defending the lead from reigning world champion Alan Jones. The Australian was third on the grid, but within 5 laps was all over the rear of Prost's Renault. The Frenchman made the most of the superior power of his turbocharged car, pulling away on the straights. And he showcased the utmost accuracy through the corners to keep the Australian at bay.
Damn!
When Jones momentarily took the lead, Prost showed all his grit and determination to come fighting back immediately.
I said no.
Fighting
No.
move, that
No.
was. Alain Prost refuses to give in. You'd think this young Frenchman had been driving in Grand Prix for years and
That
years.
is crazy.
The pair lapped faster than anyone else in the field, but the Frenchman held firm and started to pull away. Both lapped everyone up to 6th, not once, but twice. Prost crossed the line to take his second career victory after showing the maturity and confidence of a veteran.
If ever there was a world champion of the future, we're
The
looking
Professor.
at it now.
That's the way to start it off. Okay.
Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna's rivalry is now the stuff of legend.
Yep.
But back in 1985, no one had yet seen the pair go head-to-head.
Interesting.
That was until the San Marino Grand Prix. Senna led from the start, with Prost's McLaren charging through from 6th.
Okay.
The Frenchman climbed his way up the field and reeled in the Brazilian until he was shadowing the black and gold Lotus. Equal on points in the championship, the wheel-to-wheel racing between the two was a titanic fight for pride. The more experienced Prost tried every trick up his sleeve to find a way past, but Senna
said no.
defended for his
He said no.
Senna is doing everything right in front. Prost is
Damn.
back ahead, and this is really tremendous stirring stuff. Prost is
Senna is doing a job on him.
Senna won the on-track battle, but his car ran out of fuel a few laps later.
Senna's in trouble, so Senna slowed right down out of the blue.
Prost would go on to cross the line first and win the race.
Tough.
That was until post-race scrutineering found his McLaren to be 2 kilos underweight. Promptly disqualified, neither driver had won the war.
Tough.
The pair had given
Whoa.
the world a glimpse of the future.
Yeah.
2 incredible races, putting their cars on the limit in the ultimate spectacle.
That was crazy.
Bent like a banana. That's how McLaren's chief designer John Barnard described the condition of Alain Prost's car after this crash at the 1986 Belgian Grand Prix. In attempting to avoid Gerhard Berger's Benetton, Prost collided with the barrier at the hairpin. After pitting for repairs, Prost re-emerged at the bottom of the field.
Time to go.
But over the next 42 laps, he stubbornly showed all his skill to drag the extremely damaged car.
Time to prof up, boy.
Every trip through Eau Rouge was a new challenge, not knowing how the car would react. Incredibly, not only did he finish the race, but crossed the line in an amazing 6th position, taking 1 point
Sixth?
for the World Championship he would eventually win.
6th. 6th.
The finale of the 1986 season in
finished
Adelaide
6th?
was a nail-biter of a race.
Wow.
Prost stood on the precipice of his second World Drivers' Championship, but both Williams drivers stood in his way.
Okay.
Championship leader Nigel Mansell and Nelson Piquet. Mansell would take the title if he finished 3rd or higher, while Piquet needed to win. And so did Prost.
Okay, let's go.
Knowing there was no way he could take pole, the Frenchman focused on setting up his McLaren for race day. He lined up 4th on the grid and lost a place to 5th in a frenetic first lap that saw 3 different race leaders.
A superb start from Nigel Mansell. Senna is challenging for the start and he goes through and he takes the lead. Piquet going through and trying to take Senna. One Brazilian another, and we've got a third leader before even one lap has been completed.
Prost held back, letting the race settle down, but soon set about making his way back up the order.
Time to prof up, boy. Bro, relax. Waited for everybody to calm down, and now it's time to go to work. The prof way. Boy, the professor way. Let's go.
Alain Prost, as ever, is starting to charge.
Okay.
And off speaks Piquet! Wow-wee! Now, Piquet goes off, Prost goes through. Now we have the two McLarens, first and second. Rosberg leads and Prost is second.
A pre-race agreement with Rosberg would have allowed Prost through, but before that could become a reality, a slow puncture forced the Frenchman to pit for a change of tyres. He agonisingly sat as his pit crew struggled to lift his car onto the jacks.
Are you kidding me?
He rejoined in 4th place, using his fresh rubber to set a series of lap records. But with 19 laps to go, the drama really kicked off.
Okay.
Rosberg out! If this isn't a sensation, I would like to know what is.
His tires.
And look at that! How that...
His tires.
That's Mansell! That is Nigel Mansell! Mansell is out of the race. Now, this could change and will change the World Championship.
Now it was Piquet versus Prost. Williams pulled the Brazilian in for a precautionary stop, which left Prost in prime position, with his fuel gauge reading negative. No one knew whether he could make it to the checkered flag, and Piquet piled on the pressure, setting the fastest lap of the race. But Prost managed to cross the line.
He wins the Australian Grand Prix. He wins the World Championship in 1986.
That was so bloody dramatic, man.
It's fantastic. I knew that it was possible, you know, I was always confident, but I knew that I need luck, a little bit of luck to win this championship, and I had some luck today.
It was so dramatic.
Fantastic.
The thing of movies, man. Damn. Check out my heart pumping.
Most people
What the hell?
1987 Japanese Grand Prix weekend for Nigel Mansell's huge accident in qualifying, one which, for the second year running, ended his title hopes. But what is less remembered is one of Prost's most incredible comeback drives. Starting on the front row just behind Berger's Ferrari, the pair shot into the lead. They stretched their legs through lap 1 to lead the field by a clear margin. It looked set to be a Ferrari versus McLaren duel, but disaster struck for Prost. A left rear puncture left him limping back to the pits. In 25th position and 2 laps down, the Frenchman's race seemed all but over.
Okay.
But as other drivers' machinery gave up to the challenges of Suzuka, Prost regularly lapped a second faster than anyone else. He crossed the line 7th, setting a fastest lap 1.7 seconds quicker than the next fastest.
Damn.
His efforts harked back to Jim Clark's legendary drive at Monza in 1967, or Juan Manuel Fangio's win at the Nürburgring in 1957.
Damn.
The inaugural
Whoa.
Brazilian Grand Prix Sao Paulo looked set to be Ayrton Senna's day.
Okay.
Leading away from the lights to the
He's at
cheers of the
home?
crowd,
No.
stopped the local hero.
He didn't steal it from here at home.
And it's Ayrton Senna straight into the lead. Gerhard Berger chopping along behind
Yeah.
him.
But Prost wasn't easily intimidated.
Yeah.
Having started 6th, he steadily made his way up the grid. By lap 7,
He is literally behaving like a professor, just methodically going through the dudes. You know what I'm saying? He will let you start off however fast you want to start. You know what I'm saying? He can go ahead and start fast, and then he would just methodically just break you down. The prof way. Let's go though.
17, he took 3rd place from Berger with this late break.
Methodically.
to turn 1.
From
A
6th
few
to
laps later,
5th,
2nd place man
4th
Thierry Boutsen
to
was out of the
3rd to
equation.
2nd.
It was now a Senna-Prost 1-2,
Yeah.
but not for long. A clumsy coming together between backmarker Satoru Nakajima and the Brazilian left his McLaren with a broken nose. Senna could have waited. The long straight was just a corner away, and his power advantage would have made the pass easy. Impatience had cost him. The Brazilian's loss was Prost's gain. In his gleaming Ferrari, he took an emotional 40th win and his 6th Brazilian Grand Prix victory.
Oh.
A remarkable feat, and one that clearly mattered to him.
I just wanted to do well and wanted to win this race. And I just wanted to push hard from the beginning and
Yeah.
very, very happy for
I wanted to take it from Senna at home.
best win in my career.
That's what he wants to
The
say.
first with Ferrari. It's a good start of the season.
That's what he wants. He wants to say, I wanted to take it from Ayrton Senna in his home. That's what he wanted to say there. But let's go.
After a humiliating defeat to Senna at Donington Park, Prost came bouncing back at the very next race for the 1993 San Marino Grand Prix. In similar wet, dry conditions, the Frenchman made the most of the warm-up session, tweaking his setup to ensure maximum traction on his Williams for the race. Prost had secured pole position, but he wouldn't keep it for long. Teammate Damon Hill and Senna got past at the start, and the Frenchman fell back to third. Things weren't easier at the front though, Senna and Hill sliding wide, but keeping their positions with equal doses of skill and luck. As the race entered its 12th lap, the Brazilian pitted for slicks, but as he rejoined the track, he got boxed in behind Hill, an opportunity that Prost wouldn't waste. The Frenchman followed the squabbling duo down into the Tosa curve, watching closely as the pair took the racing line. He decided to go for it and take the damper inside line, swiping them both in one brilliant move to sail to the flag.
The Professor.
That was until lap 53,
Okay.
when Prost's lap time alarmingly dropped. His throttle had stuck open frighteningly at 200 miles an hour. Only through incredible car control and racecraft did he manage to declutch and brake hard to take the corner.
Damn.
Crossing the line, an immensely relieved Prost took his 46th Grand Prix victory to reduce the championship deficit to Senna to just 2 points. At the 1993 British Grand Prix, fans were treated to an intense intra-team tussle for pole. Home hero Damon Hill shaving tenths off his French teammates' time, only for Prost to come back and shave a few tenths off again. His first battle won, Prost took pole by 0.128 seconds, much to the dismay of the British crowd. But it was on Sunday that the Frenchman really had to show his tenacity and racecraft. A poor start allowed Hill and Senna to jump him into turn 1, leaving Prost with everything to do if he wanted to take the 50th victory of his career. Soon on the tail of his nemesis, fans witnessed one of the greatest wheel-to-wheel duels in F1 history.
Separation.
In a much slower McLaren, Senna fended off the flying Frenchman lap after lap, the two legends showing what it means to be a Formula One driver.
Senna going to work. Senna going to work.
Sensational stuff.
Senna going to work.
Fabulous run up the inside through Stowe finally got the move done.
Yeah.
And
Separation. We'll see you later, Senna. Sorry.
Pushing hard, Prost raced off in chase of his teammate, quickly closing the gap and putting immense pressure on the inexperienced Hill. But with less than 20 laps to go, Hill's Renault V10 expired, spitting out a plume of smoke and flames.
Tough.
Three-time world champion had pushed his teammate's engine into failure.
Tough.
What can I or anybody say?
Prost took first place for the 50th time in his career, an outstanding mark that only 3 drivers have surpassed.
Tough.
Prost's
50th win.
self-proclaimed best and favourite race weekend.
Wait a minute. 50th win. And that's a big deal? So Lewis Hamilton's 100 is a bit of a noisemaker. Wait. That's off topic, but let's hop right back into the video.
It's easy to see why. The Frenchman had struggled to get his qualifying tyres working properly, so made the bold decision of focusing on race setup. He had hoped the plan wouldn't compromise his qualifying performance too much, but when he crossed the line and was only 13th, he knew he had his work cut out. But the Ferrari driver was determined to pull a rabbit out of the hat on Sunday. After morning warm-up, Prost was buoyant, predicting he would win the race, and that's exactly what he did. He drove the perfect Grand Prix. Having set his car up to be easy over the bumpy track and fitted with soft tyres, he rapidly made his way through the field, passing every opponent with skill, precision, and determination.
Methodically going to work. The Professor way. Boy, he is teaching you. You put A here, you put B here, you put C here, and I'm going to be taking your position now, sir. Let's go.
With 15 laps to go, he threw his Ferrari 641 past teammate Nigel Mansell to take P2. The cheers from the crowd echoing around.
Damn. Methodically going to work.
Ayrton Senna handed him the lead of the race, and he shot towards the flag to take the top step of the podium.
And he predicted he was going to win too. Get his cocky self.
6 out of 6 wins. That's how McLaren started the 1988 Formula One season.
Okay.
3 wins for Prost, 3 wins for Senna. Both at the wheel of the most dominant car in Formula One history. But as yet, the world hadn't seen the two foes really go head-to-head as teammates. That was all about to change in France. The professor arrived at Paul Ricard with every intention of winning. This was, after all, his home race.
Yeah.
Setting a blisteringly aggressive lap, the Frenchman outqualified Senna by half a second.
Yeah.
The first time he'd beaten the Brazilian in qualifying all season.
I have a little bit more pressure than, you put me more pressure.
We're in France.
He took that form into the race and made an excellent start to storm off into a commanding lead. That was until a sticky front left tyre at his pit stop allowed Senna to sneak by. The chase was on. Prost slowly reeled in his teammate. He could see the back markers ahead and knew this was his opportunity. As Senna tried to lap the Minardi of Pierluigi Martini, the Frenchman shot up the inside, flying through at the first corner to take the lead.
And slingshotting straight past his Alain
Damn.
Prost.
Senna
Bro just came in
but the
from nowhere.
knew exactly where to position his car to block him.
Damn.
Prost pulled out a 30-second advantage to joyfully take the checkered flag. He had kept this special performance for his home crowd. A popular victory that would go down in the history books.
Damn. Let's see that drive again from nowhere. He like, I am in front. He was probably driving and then just cruising, and then he realized, bro, the race is almost over. I'm in France. Time to go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what he realized.
Prost pulled out a 30.
No, I didn't go back for enough. Let's go back for enough.
The Frenchman shot up the inside.
Look at that.
Flying
From
through
nowhere.
at the
Just
first.
darted down.
And
Then cuts
slingshotting
in.
straight past his
And he's in front now.
Senna attempted to come back, but the wily Prost knew exactly where to position
Damn.
his car to block him. Prost pulled out a 30-second advantage to joyfully take the checkered flag.
Tough.
He had kept this special performance for his home crowd.
Yeah.
A popular victory.
I've been saving it for y'all.
in the history books.
It's never easy, but when you win, it's a little bit easier than when you lose. Today was a very good race.
That's
I
facts.
must say that everything went well, and I was a little bit quicker than Ayrton
Yeah.
all through the race.
Yeah.
Even when I had traffic at the beginning, I was quite confident to win.
Yeah.
I was a little bit quicker through the fast corner, and I brake very late.
It's a proper rivalry. Proper rivalry because they're both like really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So nice. It's a proper rivalry. You know what I'm saying? You take one, I take one. Like he had two wins, and I had 3 wins. I'm just so they're always going at it some type of way. So that's a proper rivalry. But yeah, that last one up in France. It's almost like bro was just driving. He was driving, waiting for the mistake. And then he realized, I'm in France, I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? So, what am I doing? Time to go to work. Then he just kicked in high gear and zoomed out. That's after he saw that zoom to the inside and then just won that race properly. But yeah, we saw Prost go to work at a high level. The way he methodically just passes everybody is proper. Cause not like in the video, at no point did he like get a head start in front of anybody. I mean, he had a couple, but like for the most part, he lets them drive first, and then he goes by his business of picking them out one by one. Like, you know what I mean? Just like the way profs do it. You gotta break it down to the simplest form and just break it down one by one. Your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about Prost in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And he had 50 wins, and that was a big deal. That kind of just clicked because I know I've been getting a couple suggestions on Lewis Hamilton's 100th win. He had 50, and that's a big deal. So 100 is a bit of an anomaly. So we obviously gotta run that up. Y'all need to let me know. Send me some type of video on that, on Lewis Hamilton. Send me some type of video on Lewis Hamilton's 100th win. Because I'm saying 100 seems like a lot. If 50 is a lot, 100 is a lot more than a lot. So what I'm saying, send me something nice and we're gonna check it out. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.